I wanted to do one more video for you guys before the holidays, before Christmas, that evil word. Happy Christmas to those of you in Great Britain and Europe. Merry Christmas to those of you in the United States. Yeah, I'm going to say the words. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas. You know, the things I've been thinking about as I've written my book, as I'm trying to start this new channel, Trauma Bombs. Just been thinking a lot about, and I'm getting ready to post another video over there, about the way things were in the past and how we handle stress during the holiday seasons. That's why I kind of threw in those little clips, those cartoons. Yeah, our lives, our world, our just our way of existence has changed so much. But then here comes the holidays, and how do we deal with all the stressors, the marketing? God, the number of emails you're getting. It used to be, some of the places that I buy things, they'll send an email a day. Now they're sending 10. Whew. Yeah, and I know that the holiday season's when everybody makes their money, but man, it just another one of those things that ratchets up our stress levels. Well, today I'm going to do a shave because this is my Christmas shave for y'all. Going back to my original, my father's Gillette Slim adjustable. You guys that have been with me for the journey all along knew how much trouble I had with this razor when I first started. It all came down to, I think, just relaxing and trying to learn and feel that angle, because with a fat boy and a slim, the angle is a little bit steeper because of how the blade just sits in it, how this top cap curls a little bit. Whereas the normal 30 degree, a slim is more maybe 20 degree, and a fat boy is maybe even like 18, 16, even more. And I'm gonna do my piney Christmas shave with Eva Nestorova goat milk pine, and I'm going to use one of my very first purchased brushes, Frank Shave 28 millimeter Pure Badger. I think this was the first after my original floppy Badger that I bought. God, it's 1979. This Frank Shave's Pure Badger brush, I just really love it. Yeah, some people say Pure Badger is too scritchy for them, but I think it's very, very nice balance of. I wouldn't call it scritchy. It's just not nearly as smooth as a silver tip or a Finest. Maybe a little prickly at times because the bristles are a little stiffer. But yeah, I love this brush. I've loaded in my slim a Gillette Yellow. What is it? Super Sharp? No. Sharp Edge? Gillette Yellow. You guys know what that is. Got my adjustable set on 7. But you know, dealing with the holidays, we have to just learn how to turn off and unplug. We don't do that very much anymore. And yep, shaving my upper lip. Shaved for 40 years. Primarily always having a mustache. And then I shaved it off. And it was doing okay. And then you know what happened? I lost 75 pounds. So my face went from going all the time to being this. And these creases in here, they're not as, I don't know what to call it. I haven't compared my pictures or anything. But right here where that crease is, if I'm going to get the angle and the direction of the blade wrong, it's going to be right there. I'm going to get a nick right there or right there. It's funny how those things work out. I get in a muscle memory and a pattern where, you've seen me shave. I've been able to just, not as fast as some, but thoughtlessly run this razor over my face. But since I've lost weight, that old muscle memory is hard to replace, and it's wanting to go places on my face that worked before, and now is a problem. That smell, that piney smell, it's not overpowering. It's just, it's pungent, but a mellow pungent, if you can understand that. But in the other video I did, I'd taken a life stress test, which is online. You can Google it, just life stress test, and there'll be several links. Some of them are self-calculating. But it looks back over 2 years. And calculates what your stress level is. And that predicts out how high a level of stress you have. And those that score under 150, it's normal stress. 150, 300, you got a 50% chance of having a health breakdown in the next 2 years. And those 300 over have a chance of having an 80% chance of a health breakdown in the next 2 years. 483, that was my score. And I knew that I was under a lot of stress. And for years, I worked under a lot of stress. Child welfare supervisor. I was dealing with crises, not just daily, but every 10 minutes. And having a responsibility of hundreds of kids, you know, it, I just got used to it. Got used to dealing with the stress. And it wasn't until back during that period of time that my son had to be in the hospital when he was like 7 years old. That stress, it just hit me. And I was still having to go to work. But I told my workers, I said, until I get through this, until this gets passed, second guess everything I tell you. Go over, if it sounds different, it sounds unique, if it doesn't fit kind of the normal pattern, sounds strange, let it sit for a while, don't act on it. Come back, ask me later. Anyway, it passed. But during that period of time, I could physically feel the stress on me. It's kind of similar to when Rhonda died, but it was in a different way. It was, at that time, that stress was just so overwhelming. I felt the sensation of reeling, almost dizzying. When Rhonda died, I'd been through the experience of losing a spouse before. So I'd been there, I'd done it. It wasn't strange to me. I knew what needed to be done. I just put on my witch hazel concoction. But it was more adrenaline. And I think I felt more adrenaline during that. It was really, and I think that adrenaline rush that I got after Rhonda died, I think it lasted a good 6 months, if not 9 months or longer, because just my normal aches and pains were gone. Just my whole body system was different. It felt different, and that enabled me to lose weight because before I would exercise a little bit, I'd get aches and pains. Well, now, close to 2 years later, working on getting back into exercising more, doing some slow walking and stuff. Medications, I'm down now to just one diabetes medication. They've taken me off 2 others because I had a period during Thanksgiving of things dropping off and going too low. It's just a constant progression. But during the holidays, you guys know how to do your slow meditative shaves. If you don't, try to do it. But more during the holidays, just try to unplug. Sit back and relax. Listen to some calming music. Go out and enjoy nature. Go for a walk. being around friends and family is a good thing because it makes connections. It solidifies those ties. But also, too, it can be very stressful. It's on that life stress test. Major holidays has got 12 points there. Versus death of a spouse got 100. But, and then there are all kinds of other stuff in between. But be aware of your stress level. And like I talk about in my video about trauma bombs and what I'm doing over there and the book that I'm writing, as you're planning your New Year's resolutions, as this new year comes along, think about if you're having particular problems with grief, with dealing with loss, with dealing with stress, with maybe things you don't even know, but you know that you're just not functioning the way you need to. Think about doing the things I talk about on Trauma Bombs channel. Going back and examining those. And hopefully I can get my book out pretty soon so you guys can read it and benefit from it. Hopefully more than just you guys, because I need to get the message out far and wide. But have a happy holidays. When I say happy holidays, I mean Christmas and New Year. Have some good shaves. Work at being happy. Shut down, turn off, relax. But definitely be safe. We'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.